the realist make mistakes that hurt themselves. You don't hurt other people. You go through your life making mistakes that just hurt you. You never hurt anyone else. But you'll see that there's times where a lot of these mistakes that you hurt yourself, you hurt other people because of you hurting yourself. You hurting yourself hurt other people. You know, it's unfortunate when you're the realist. Because a lot, you'll see that, some people can continue to do some things, but it won't affect them as heavily as you. You'll see that, if you were to do that, it's a great impact. It almost feels like death, really. Because a lot of these mistakes where you hurt yourself, you don't get these chances again. You can't turn back the clock. And to have that inside of you, and to have this unknown feeling if you're going to get that chance again, or to have that feeling knowing you won't get that back, it really hurts. It puts you in like a cage almost. It's like a spirit cage, and it's like you can't get out, and you're trying to do whatever you can to get out, to hope that you can get that again, or to know that there's a chance, or so when you make these mistakes and you hurt yourself, and that's the only thing, you're gonna battle a lot of people, perhaps, or you'll have battles with other people who come your way. You'll have enemies who you don't even know, and these situations just won't hurt as much, though, because of how much of the mistakes that affected you left you so numb. So when you're the realist, you'll understand that there's a lot of people that'll come your way that won't like you. And these could be strangers, these could be, people who just kind of, you're just affecting them in a way that doesn't really, they don't really like whatever it is that you're bringing upon, It's just something about you they don't like. It's fine. It's the things that will happen, And, for the most part, when you're the realist, a lot of people do like you. Don't get it twisted. A lot of people like you, You'll come across, but we're just keeping it 100, There'll be times when people, it is what it is, But with that being said, what am I trying to say is that whatever's thrown your way that may be hate just doesn't affect you when you're the realist. And hey, it depends, there's levels, some of you may not go through any hate. That's good. And you're probably doing big things too, and you going through no hate. That's cool. But when you are, usually, for the most part, sometimes down the line, you're going to get it, and people are going to say things. But when you're this type of real one, where a lot of the impact, a lot of the sorrow, a lot of the pain, a lot of the thoughts, a lot of the feelings, a lot of the things that's keeping you trapped, when all of that was due to a mistake you made and you hurt yourself, you'll see how numbing it is to where anything else involving anyone else kind of thrown your way, and it could be about something else, just doesn't hurt, because they really don't understand how that pain of what you did to yourself that just hurt you so much, and they just can't see it. They just don't know, So when it's that impactful, it's really easy for you to kind of do whatever it is that you need to do. It becomes, I won't say it's easy, but it becomes lighter, for you to just kind of say whatever it is you got to say, for you to keep it 100, because it's just something that people can't see. The realist hurt themselves. You know, you don't hurt other people. And a lot of things can be deceptive. A lot of things can come across a certain way, and this is real life, you know, that will make other people act out in ways, and they, you know, they don't really understand what they're doing. They don't really understand what it is that caused them to lead them to where they're at now. But when you're someone who was a factor in that, whether you were there at that moment or not, it's impactful and it hurts. And you can't turn back the clock, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know what to say. So you understand that it's good to kind of just solo it out for a while, you know, depending on what it is and how long, you know, and just really gather yourself, you know, when you make these mistakes, when you do these things that hurt yourself, and you understand that. This is why it's so easy, you know, you're probably someone who does get, you know, you could be someone who gets hate from others, but it just doesn't hurt you like that. So even you kind of have them confused, like, why isn't they like, you know, why aren't you budging, you know? Why aren't you feeling, you know, all this, you know, hate that we have for you or whatever, if, you know, if you're someone who, you know, but nonetheless, you understand that it really is just you. And that's the turn of events, you know, and, you know, you can see what other people are willing to do, though, you know, and this is something that confuses them, because they can't see how you could be a person who wouldn't do something like that to someone else. When you're the realist, you don't ever have intentions of actually doing something to someone else. Now, don't get wrong, you always ready to go, and you always ready to have a reaction and response, but notice how that's what it is. You always got to be in reactionary defense mode. You always got to be in defense mode. That's what turns into offense. It's defense turns into offense. It's always defense turns into offense when you are the realist. Because you never did anything to hurt anyone, but you saw what they were willing to do to you, though. You saw that they weren't willing to be there for you. You would have been there for them. It's crazy, the turn of events, isn't it? It's crazy, the turn of events. And so all you can do is just watch. You want to help, but helping won't help them sometimes, you know? And these are the mistakes that you did to yourself because you saw what it is that you could have done before things went south. And when you see that you can't turn back from that, it hurts. And it hurts even more when you see the ones involved can't even hurt that way. They can't even feel that hurt that way because of everything that they saw their perspective from. That isn't even the honest truth. You know, when it comes down to situations that involve others and, you know, but these mistakes, you know, that hurt you, they're tough to handle. They're tough to handle. They're gonna take a while to get, you know, over, you know, because of how detrimental it really was to you, you know, and just the different ways you got to go about things, you know. It will grow you as a person, though, you know. It's gonna take a lot of healing, though, you know. It's gonna take a lot of brain stretching, you know. It's gonna be a ways, but anyway, didn't want to make this one too long. But the realist, you know, we make mistakes that hurt ourselves, you know. It's the whole stay in your lane thing, you know. It's not, you're just in your lane, you know. And you know, you don't hurt other people, though. When you're the realest one, you don't hurt other people, you know that. So, you know, sometimes you gotta always defend yourself, though. Thanks for watching.